Hello everyone, my name is Jeremiah Hollis. Today I'll be presenting on my honors final presentation, which has to do with Argus Farm Stop. Before we get started, just a little background info on Argus. So Argus is a local Ann Arbor business whose mission is to revitalize the county's local food economy. And they built this into their business model by saying they want to give as much revenue back to farmers as possible. In this case, that means giving 75% of all revenue generated back to farmers. However, their mission does not stop there, as they wish to see a revitalization of local food economies across the country. With that said, Argus currently has a way to spread their mission throughout the state or country. They have two different ways of doing that. They have the free consultation and the 3-day training program. The free consultation is just a 1-hour conversation to introduce a prospective farm stop operator on what it's like to run a farm stop. This includes the business model and the mission involved. However, they also offer a 3-day training program, which is an intensive course run by Argus staff, which teaches the essentials of running a farm stop, such as operations, point of sale systems, how to communicate with farmers, etc. However, many prospective farm stop owners have expressed difficulty in starting up their own store. And so Argus has come to us, and this is what comes next, to help them identify how Argus can best support training program alumni in opening their own farm stops. So, the objective of my team's project is to help Argus launch dozens more farm stops per year than the existing 3-day training model can provide by creating an expansion plan that aligns with Argus's unique mission, which, as stated before, is returning all excess profits back to farmers. To begin our project, we first needed to conduct a lot of research. As such, we conducted both primary research and secondary research. Primary research was led by me and 3 other group members, and it helped the group gain a better understanding of what it's like to run a farm stop. And it was also helpful for receiving feedback on the existing 3-day training model. The secondary research was led by me and 1 other teammate. This helped the group pinpoint the essential criteria of a farm stop and also was extremely helpful in determining the market for such a farm stop. However, due to unexpected circumstances, i.e. coronavirus, we could not complete the research to the best of our ability. As such, our future recommendations are meeting with experts in the field, such as Professor Francine Lafortune, who is a professor at Ross School of Business, and conduct more interviews with existing customers of the 3-day training program. So starting with a general overview of the project, we have our executive summary. Here you can see our 4-phase expansion plan that includes introduction, physical store design, operations, and launch. To apply the expansion plan to farm stops that come to Argus at different stages, we have also identified key milestones for each phase and summarized these findings in a tree diagram. All of these things are in the slides to come, so please be patient. We project that Argus can profitably offer the expansion plan, but will have different staffing needs. And to conclude, we offer next steps for this project and elaborate on how we arrived at specific recommendations and numbers throughout the project. So starting off with phase 1, which is designed to help passionate projects get off the ground, is initially started about 2 years prior to the store opening. However, it should be done after the interested party has established a leadership team, a store mission, and commitment to the idea, but before doing too much research into the local food economy, financing, and management structure that the person is looking for. Logistically, phase 1 will have 2 full days at Argus. Day 1, which is introducing the farm stop model, its value proposition and financing, and day 2, which is creating a business plan for your farm stop. Capacity-wise, we should be able to handle 3 groups of 4 people per group, and about 2 Argus staff members are enough to handle this phase. Component-wise, we plan on introducing the farm stop, discussing methods of financing, and creating a business plan, including target market. In the inspiration box, you can see that we have interviewed multiple different people, and they serve as inspiration for the topics above. With phase 1 completed, interested parties can then move on to phase 2. Which helps to ensure new farm stops design a physical layout that will be optimized for store operations. Phase 2 will typically happen 12 to 18 months prior to opening. However, before this phase, the interested party should have a rough draft of store blueprints developed so that Argus can help them optimize those blueprints. And after this phase, store blueprints should be finalized, selection and purchase of property should be understood. Logistically, Phase 2 consists of 2 sessions totaling 10 hours. Session 1 is a 2-hour overview of items to consider and best practices regarding physical store design. Session 2 is a 1-day session at Argus to review blueprints and design plans. Capacity is the same as Phase 1, which is 3 groups, and so is staffing options. Content-wise, however, we will include how to select a store location, design retail, storage, cafe, and other types of spaces within the farm stop, understand the construction and or renovation projects or process, and then under what permits, licensing, and inspections are needed to open. Again, inspiration is located in the green box below, and that serves as to why we have made the decisions we have made in the top 2 boxes. With Phase 2 completed, groups can then move on to Phase 3. Phase 3 focuses on perfecting operations, which is critical to a new farm stop's success. Timing-wise, Phase 3 would occur 6 to 12 months prior to opening. However, before this phase, property should be secured and they should be in the beginning phases of constructions or build-out. After this phase, the group should plan for developing personal relationships with local farmers. Farm stop workflows need to be determined as well. Logistically, Phase 3 consists of 2 sessions totaling 25 hours. Session 1 is 2 days at Argus, 1 day for store operations, 1 morning for farmer relations, and 1 afternoon for high margin business, i.e. a cafe, and Session 2, which consists of bi-weekly check-in calls for 1 hour until Phase 4. The capacity is 1 group. We did this because as you move through the phases, you need to have more personalized help. So, only 1 group at a time. And 2 staffing members still because we want ideas to bounce off each other and have multiple sources of information. Content-wise, we want them to understand how different stakeholders work together. We want them to organize and integrate inventory, work, and people flow, find farmers and suppliers, and set up a high-margin complementary business. The inspiration is located below. Once Phase 3 is done, then you have the most hectic phase, which is Phase 4. And Phase 4 helps reduce any last-minute chaos prior to the first day of operations. Timing-wise, this would happen about a month before opening. However, before this phase, staff should be hired, store layout should be determined, and supply chain should be sorted out. After this phase, the store opens. Logistically, it consists of 8 on-site visits, all which occurred a month prior to opening, with 3 visits coming the week before opening and 2 visits going the week of opening. Capacity is 1 group, and Argus staff is 1 member, as you want 1 point of contact during this hectic time. Content-wise, you want to train store employees, finalize point-of-sale system, finalize store parents, and support back-office functions, i.e. accounting, payroll, and inventory. With the 4 phases completed, we then wanted to show that Argus could turn a profit using our expansion model. Here you can see Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, and Phase 4. The notable here is Phase 4 and the difference in other costs. As you can see, other costs are $350. This is because of travel and gas expenses that an employee may have to incur by going out and visiting other farm stops. All other phases are more reasonably priced in terms of other costs. To run the expansion plan, Argus will need to dedicate 83 hours per month for 2 employees. Below you see a graph and a table stating the hours needed per phase for a single Argus employee. So ultimately, Argus will need to hire 1 more full-time employee. For future steps, we do recommend that Argus develop a revenue model, research the target market, marketing the expansion plan, create a 5th phase, specifically post-optimization of the farm stop, and then creating a community of farm stops. This stuff was not achievable due to the circumstances of the coronavirus pandemic. Some other questions that I should answer are, how did I get involved in this project? It was a capstone class for my Ross minor with the School of Business, specifically BA 453. Great class. What hurdles were most difficult or least anticipated? Specifically, it was a coronavirus. Nobody anticipated it, but I think my group handled it quite well. And did you accomplish what you hoped to? I would say I did. Given the circumstances, I would say my group delivered a high quality expansion model that is very valuable for Argus to use and to help revitalize local food economies. Thank you for watching. Please leave your questions in the comments below. Stay safe.